Good morning. I'm going to conduct a comparative linguistic and literary stylistic analysis. I have chosen a material which is drama by William Shakespeare. I'm going to explain the comparative linguistic. Comparative linguistic is a formerly called comparative philology. It is the study of relationship or correspondences between two or more languages and technique used to discover whether the languages have a common ancestor. It was the most important branch in linguistics in 19th century in Europe. It is called comparative philology. The study was originally stimulated by the discovery of Sir William Jones in 1786 that Sanskrit was related to Latin, Greek, and German. For example, the famous lyrics of Romeo and Juliet. My boundary is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. We can see here that the word bounty is from Anglo-French, which is bounty, and Old French bonté, which the meaning is goodness. From the Latin bonitatem, which the meaning is also goodness. The word sea, from the Old English sea, sheet of water, sea, lake, pool. And from Proto-Germanic, which is Saiwa. Source also of Old Saxon siu, Old Frisian sea, Middle Dutch sea. Now, I'm going to explain the literary stylistic analysis. Literary stylistic analysis is the practice of analyzing the language of literature using linguistic concepts and categories with the goal of explaining how literary meanings are created by specific language choices and patterning. The linguistic foregrounding in the text. Stylistic analysis in literary studies is usually made by the purpose of commenting on quality and meaning in the text. Stylistic, in other words, is the study of style used in literary and verbal language and the effect writer and speaker wishes to communicate to the reader or hearer. The author wants to convey a message in literary stylistic on writing the most well-known play, Romeo and Juliet, of William Shakespeare, is to explore the artistic values for indicating all the possible sides of the play, including characters, setting, plot summary, historical background, themes, and other literary figures' perspective about the play. As it clear that the play is an interesting genre in the field of literature, and the author goes in the purpose of writing it is because it gives the audience a practical feeling of happiness and sadness. It is also it can also give them the feeling of pleasure, or it will be enjoyable for the readers or listeners too. It also the goal of explaining how literary meaning is created by specific language choices and patterning. Characters convey the main theme of the playwright in the play. In this play, the Romeo and Juliet, of course, the plot and the connection of events has been composed of playwright in a great manner. We know that plot should consist of 5 parts. At the beginning of the play, writer introduces right characters and start the play. And it is called the exposition of the plot. The second is the rising action. In this part, the playwright gives action to the characters introduced in the first part of the play. The third is called climax. In this, conflicts may also be occurred sometimes, and it is the highest point of the play and the point of the greatest suspense. It means that audience and readers reach the heart of the play, and there might be turning in the climax that can be changed the play and the stages of the main character or theme of the play. The fourth is the falling action. In this part, playwright tries to go to the conclusion of the play. So, in this case, actions go to the conclusion. The fifth and the last part of the plot is resolution. It ends the play where the conflicts or problems of the play can be resolved. Comparative linguistics is important because it used to conduct research in field of comparative linguistics. Psychologists use in development of the theory of speech activity. Methodologists, psycholinguistic used speech and psycholinguistics use it for solving problems related to content of the learning process and the quality of effectiveness of the studies of foreign language. My personal insight um, in comparative linguistics, I do believe that certain languages are related to each other, or they belong to a language family. But because of the changes in generation, language is evolved. On the other hand, compared to comparative linguistics, literary stylistic analysis is have two major goals. The first is to help readers in making meaningful interpretation of the text, and the second, in general, expand the knowledge and awareness of language. These aims are helpful for students to read and study literature with excellent practice. Thank you.